The Bogart is an unusual protomech developed by the Society and named after the insulting term used for protomechs by Task Force Serpent during the Huntress campaign. A flanker and harasser, this ultra-heavy 13-ton protomech was one of the first attempts to build a production-worthy quad protomech. One unique aspect of the Bogart is the plasma cannon, a weapon favored for its heat-inducing capabilities. Although this system demands substantial weight and heat sink investments, it provides an advantage in causing heat buildup and intimidating adversaries, especially BattleMechs. Yet it is also devastating against conventional infantry and vehicles. This weapon's ability to damage and neutralize targets makes the Bogart one of the Society's most potent proto-mechs. However, the limited ammunition storage requires careful target selection. Its relatively high ground speed is coupled with a 150-meter jumping capability to allow it to quickly engage multiple foes. This is important because the protomech's effectiveness in combat relies heavily on its mobility. It typically avoids direct confrontations and instead targets exposed or weakened enemies. This tactical approach demands independent protomech pilots capable of operating without Feralize, although some Bogart operators resort to the drug when cornered. In addition to targeting the weak, Bogarts were also used to shield advancing or retreating troops. In one instance, the stealth Bogarts deceived an enemy by creating a false impression of a large advancing force during an engagement on Babylon. It is remarkable that the Bogart was designed to serve as a purpose-built quad protomech with a specific objective of neutralizing and disrupting hostile forces. To this end, it has a distinctive communication system identified as the Proto-Type A, which allowed it to adapt existing communication technology to gather tactical data on enemy targeting behavior from allied units. This data was visually displayed to the Bogart operator, enabling them to identify areas where the enemy's attention was focused and allowing the Bogart to engage distracted or vulnerable opponents that were not expecting an attack. This unusual tactical approach proved effective, with small groups of Bogarts roaming the fringes of the main battle and attacking when a weakened enemy became sufficiently vulnerable. The effects of several plasma cannons proved extremely effective at neutralizing battlemechs or destroying other combat units, and in some instances even allowed the Society to capture overexposed mechs. Of note are also the Bogart's grotesque features, which appear very unnatural. This was intentionally designed by scientist Alice, who observed the extent to which existing protomech aesthetics were successful in breaking the morale of troops. Finding the looks too focused on folklore and mythology, she instead argued for a physical appearance that appears anatomically impossible or unnatural to unsettle its opponents. Variants. The Bogart II variant replaces the plasma cannon and ammunition with 7 extended jump jets and additional armor. Its sole weapon is a medium pulse laser. This variant stands out as a potent protomech, combining high-speed firepower and armor. Its formidable capabilities make it an ideal frontline combatant for Society forces. When used alongside standard Bogarts, they can effectively complement each other. The Bogart is an exceptional piece of technology, serving as the last known Society protomech. Weighing in at 13 tons, it qualifies as an ultra-heavy protomech, offering a powerful presence. It achieves a quick ground speed, and the 5 jump jets provide further agility, resulting in a unit with additional loadout to utilize compared to bipedal designs. It integrates well with other Society ProtoMechs, creating opportunities to push targets up the heat scale and to exploit their vulnerability. The Bogart was exclusively developed by the Society and found limited use by Clan Coyote during the Wars of Reaving. Its unsettling appearance and combat tactics have deterred other clans from adopting this design. It is doubtful if this ProtoMech will be seen again in the future, regardless of its capabilities and combat prowess.